Hey guys, how's everybody doing? How is everybody today? Can you guys hear me? Are we loud and clear? Loud and clear, Toddy One Skip. Loud and clear. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. This is Romeo. How is everybody? Can you hear me? Hi, Kelly. How are you? Stella, no more waiting. I can hear you. Jonesy. Irish Vija. Did I say that? I said that totally wrong. Irish Ivy AJ. Holly Jolly. Why does that name sound familiar to me? Diane Plesia. How is everybody today? Irish Ivy AJ. Now you're laughing at me. Hi, Toddy, and everyone in the chat. Hey, Donald. Doing great, Toddy. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, guys. Yes, I am. Thank you. Hello, hello. Got my coffee ready? I do too. I got this weird coffee that I saw at some dollar, at one of those like family dollars. It's like Twix coffee. It came in a can. It's like ice. I mean, I have ice on it. I have ice. It's cold. It's a cold thing. Selnat, how are you? How you doing? One of your up, honey bun, Tammy Hamlin, Cheryl Davini, Jennifer Lappe or Lap. I'm sorry if I get anybody's name wrong. I'm sorry. Christina J. Gracie D. Anthony. The Twix coffee, yeah, it's not bad. I like ice in myself. And the cats are ready to hear. Cool, cool, cool. I got the Snickers one. What? Hi, Danny. Ow! I just got shocked by my own little refrigerator. Ay, 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 ay. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. I love your emojis. Look at these emojis. These are great emojis. Oh, I did pronounce it right. Good, good. Mama Bear, how you doing? Hey, 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 everybody. Hi, Joy. How are you? One of my very best friends named Joy. I've known her. I've known her longer than anybody, honestly. All right, guys. So, um, I saw some interviews that Jip did. And hey, Fancy Clancy. Yeah, I saw some interviews that Jipster did, right? And I'm probably going to do a video about those but I definitely don't think Ken's with her. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen Ken with her, and she's lost her little ray of sunshine. Hi, Danny. Hi, Milo. Hi, Ruth. All right, guys. Can we hit the thumbs up for me, please? I got shocked by my refrigerator because it's a little cool. You know how when it's cool and you touch something? She never mentions him, right? I saw no rings on her fingers or bells on her toes. Kelly Herman, Callie Marie, Ruth Hensley, Diane. How you doing? Catherine McMartin and Ryan. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him either. Joy, I love these emojis, man. I love them. I love these emojis. All right, guys, are you ready? You ready to read? My time to stand. My time to stand and push you. All right, guys. So this is a book of fiction. I'm improving. But she wouldn't have you believe that, right? So, guys, I'm not going to be able to read the chat while I'm doing this. So, I'm only going to read the chat like when I stop, and you know what I mean? Obviously, if you guys really want to read the book, I recommend you reading it. I'm not too sure. You have the audio book, Mama Wolf 51. We got to tag you. I don't know how to tag you on this because I'm not on that StreamYard. Guys, Mama Wolf 51, I give you so much credit. I could never listen to her. I can't have her in my ear. She irritates me. So God bless you for doing that. I could try to imitate her if you want. You need the rod parts. Hi, Lisa Knuth. Lisa Knuth. I know it's probably Lisa Knuth, but Lisa Knuth I like. I need the rod part. What parts of Rod do you need? You know, he's a good looking man. You know, he's a good looking man. He's one of them fishermen, you know. 100% was that just about bear that was just about to say, could we really bear that for that long, right? Ugh, I can't have her in my ear. That imitation is spot on. Do you think so? You know, Gypsy even looks different now. It looks like she's lost weight. And seriously, I'm not even saying that. And her teeth look funny. And this is not to make fun. This is just serious stuff that I've noticed. I think that she has so much filler in her mouth that it makes her smile look weird. You know, it's because she spent a lot. Retract, Toddy. They gave her a lot of free dentistry. And it looked good there for a while. It doesn't look so good now. It does, like, she's not looking so good. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying she just doesn't look so good. So, guys, you ready to rock on here? Okay, so the name of the book is My Time to Stand. Now, it's a memoir. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Melissa Moore, and Michelle Matriciani. I might have, if I got Michelle's name wrong, I'm sorry. I tried to get it right. Matriciani. All right, guys. For this is the dedication. This is a kick in the pants. Welcome, Holiday in Montana. Thank you. Thank you very much, membership. Thank you so much, guys. The only benefit in being a member is really supporting the channel. I can't just make special videos for people that have a little bit of extra spending money. I can't. I can't. So thank you for understanding that as well. I will maybe get some merch that has something about members on it, because I do think that members, you know, it should be appreciated. I do appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys. All right, guys. My Time to Stand by yours truly, a book of fiction by the one that we love, na 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 na, by the greatest make believe person, by the person that got away with the greatest story of make believe. And this is the dedication. Are we ready? Again, guys, thank you for the membership. Thank you so much for the members. Thank you. This is the dedication for all those who are touched or have been touched by Munchausen syndrome by proxy, and for those who advocate for the well-being. That's a smack in the face. That is a smack in the face for people who have Munchausen by proxy, because Gypsy knows she didn't have that. Can you believe that that's the dedication? For all those who are touched or have been touched by Munchausen syndrome by proxy, and for those who advocate for their well-being. Gypsy, nothing. She has nothing to do with this statement. Nothing to do with it. It's insulting that she even has the gall to write such things. Knuth. Okay, Knuth, we got it. All right. This is the author's note. Now, supposedly that's Gypsy, even though, you know, she didn't write a damn thing about this book. She sat and told somebody some stories and they embellished them and wrote. Here we go. Everyone considers my story to be true crime, but this book is a work of memory, my memory, and therefore is a memoir and not an outsider's investigation of my life or crime. The feelings and emotions evoked are accurate. While some of my childhood memories have faded, these particular events remain vivid. To fill in many gaps, I've relied on other people's answers to my questions. How convenient that you already have somebody who's a scapegoat. The typical disclaimers apply. Some names and other details have been changed or omitted to protect the privacy of individuals. Any resemblance between a fictionalized name and a real person is strictly coincidental. I'm going to add this part. Any fictionalized scenario that I add to the book is going to be for my best interest and for money and to make me continue to be the victim and the best survivor in the world. That's what Gypsy is thinking in her little head. Where there are passages containing dialogue, quotation marks are used when I'm reasonably sure that the speaker's words are close to verbatim, or that the speaker's actual meaning is accurately reflected. That's a lot of responsibility to take on, Gypsy, when you can't even get your story straight. The story I share here is true to my memory. And these memories have shaped my perceptions. That's ass backwards. They're true to my memories and they've shaped the way I look at things. That's the circle jerk right there. That's terrible. Many of which are also shared here. So, in other words, the story I share here is true to my memory, but my memory and the perception is based on some of these memories. She's got a catch 22 all the way around. Not a catch 22. She's got herself protected all the way around. All the way around about protecting herself or not protecting herself. She's definitely protecting herself. The story I share here is true to my memory, and those memories have shaped my perceptions. So her perception, that's not right. She's a liar. That just says I'm going to make this up as I go along. This is how it was for me. What I experienced or believe I experienced. When I experience something, I know if I've experienced it. I don't believe I experienced it. I experienced it. Wow, there is so much gray. 1. That's enough. This is chapter 1, guys. Are we here? Are we still with each other? You love the analysis? Thank you. I bet you're a good mom to your child with a name like Mama Bear. What are you doing, Holly Jolly? I'm reading a book here. What? Because I don't recall her using fake names. What's going on, guys? Are we reading this? Thank you, Christine. That's very kind of you. I love your emoji, your laughing little emoji there. Holly Jolly, go stand in a corner and stop. Exactly. There is a lot of effort, wise old. Yeah, I'm sorry. Autonomy. Hey, bad girl. I totally agree, though. Sorry, I'm not chatting more. Everyone, my dog's. Oh, I'm sorry, your dog's sick. How about some pumpkin or something? My guy's got pumpkin. Pumpkin. Mama Bear, you're getting Holly Jolly into some trouble here. Okay, guys, so we're going to continue on. I just wanted to look into the chat. 112 of you, thank you. Can you hit this thumbs up? Okay, guys, so this is number 1. Do you have pumpkin? One ear up? I got some here. If you want to come over, I'll give you some. My guys just got some pumpkin. All right, guys. And green beans is not a bad idea. And brown rice and chicken, bland chicken. You should always have that. Anybody that's got dogs should always have these things. Green beans in a can. Just keep a can of green beans. Pumpkin, pure pumpkin, 100% pumpkin. Never mind. It's just really my perception. That's good, Ruth Carol. Brown rice and plain old chicken. You can put it in the freezer. Just even the chicken strips that you can get at the store, the rotisserie chicken strips that you can get in the bag at the store, just in case your dog's not feeling well. You should always have that. And you should always have that quick clotting stuff. Now, guys, that's perfect, guys. That's perfect. I'm glad. Th- Member for 6 months. Congratulations, Hilda Norway. I remember you. I remember you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so chapter 1. When Dee Dee Blanchard was 24 years old, she gave life to me. When I was nearly 24 years old, I took life from her. How about you just took her life? I firmly believed that by doing so, I was saving the life she had guarded with all her might, mine. Oh my God. Though she certainly saw my life as ours at best, we're two sides of the same penny, she liked to say, meaning, although two things may look very different and be diametrically opposed, they're actually inseparable, two parts of the same whole. Hey, Pixie Sparkle, I don't get it. So, wait a minute. They're two sides of the same penny. That should be identical, but then they're saying diametrically opposed. So, after being incarcerated for 8.5 years, I've been learning how to navigate life on my own, separately, I guess, from her mom, which she could have started the minute her mom was unalive. So why did she wait to get out of prison to start life without her mom? Was her mom in prison with her? Did anybody heard of the ghost of Dee Dee? Like, seriously, after being incarcerated for 8.5 years, I've been learning how to navigate life on my own, separately. Why'd you wait? My time served includes my combined imprisonment in 3 facilities. First, Greene County Jail in Springfield, Missouri, where I spent a little over a year. Then for a month, that shouldn't even be a new paragraph. Then for a month, I was transferred to a prison for women in Vandalia until I was relocated to the Chillicothe Correctional Center. Say that 3 times fast. Chillicothe Correctional Center, Chillicothe Correctional Center, Chillicothe Correctional Center. I guess that's easy. To serve the remainder of my sentence. Given all that time, and with the help of therapy, family, friends, books, and my own writing, I have examined my life, actions, and relationships in great breadth and depth. What friends? Because she hasn't remained friends with anybody that she was incarcerated with. We could look online. They're all saying crap about her because they're saying she's not the same person. She denied therapy, still not 1,000,000% correct. 1,000,000% correct. No, she's perfect. You're absolutely right, guys. You're absolutely right. She did not need therapy. She got it together. Okay. Then for a month, I was okay, we got that far. Sorry. All right. Given all that time, because she was in the 3 correctional facilities. Oh, AK Homegrown. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did I say thank you so much? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, given all that time and with the help of therapy family. Yeah, okay, in her own writing. That's the thing that kills me is all of this is shit from the very first page because she did deny therapy. She even said that. Now she's supposed to be in mandatory therapy, right? Isn't that correct? All right. At last, I've been given access to information, documents, records, therapy sessions. You probably could have gotten that while you were incarcerated. A detective noticing patterns, theorizing, having light bulb moments, and making new connections between things that used to make no sense to me. Still, while a year has passed since my release from prison, my scars, both emotional and physical, remain. The physical scars are like track marks that mock my progress. This is a terrible book. I don't understand why you would even use the term track marks. As somebody who is a drugs counselor and knows many people, that's bad. That's poor. I don't understand that. Still, while a year has passed since my release from prison, my scars, both emotional and physical, remain. The physical scars are like track marks that mock my progress. The 4 scars that she needed for the 30 surgeries from her amazing doctor, Dr. Feelgood, that seemed to be able to have 30 surgeries for her but left 4 scars. Come on. Why doesn't somebody ask her how that? How do you have 30 surgeries and 4 scars, Jip Jip? I want to know. Hey guys, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. 158 of you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Please, if you could hit the thumbs up, that'd be great. All right, guys. So let's continue on. I'm not saying I can't heal. What I'm saying is that the physical representation of my trauma just adds another dimension to the healing process. Like when I'm enjoying one of life's simplest joys, food, y'all. Food, y'all. And I drive carefree into my first, and I dive carefree into my first cut of steak or slurp of an oyster. Of course, you slurp. But then have to pause and strategize the chew. Strategize the chew. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. All right, let me try this again. Like when I'm enjoying one of life's simplest joys, food, y'all. And I dive carefree into my first cut of steak or slurp of an oyster. I can't believe slurp. But then have to pause and strategize the chew. You got a full fucking set of teeth. Guys, thanks for the money. Thank you. Somebody sent me more money. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so appreciated. It really is so appreciated. So she's got really nice chompers right now. So what does she have to do that for? Without salivary glands and teeth, thanks to unnecessary surgeries and medication, my past will always puncture my present. She had a few salivary glands removed, and as we can tell, she could probably use some more to be gone. The natural Louisiana sunlight that streams into my bedroom is far from forgiving than the harsh fluorescent lights at Chillicothe Correctional Center, where I was incarcerated for 7 years after my sentencing. Let's get something straight, guys. Those friggin' lights in the prisons, those fluorescent lights, they're horrible. So I don't understand. Like the natural Louisiana sunlight that streams into my bedroom is far more forgiving than the harsh fluor. Okay, I read that wrong. Very good. Okay. It is far more forgiving. Okay. I have a full-length mirror now where I can see the whole of me. In prison, I can only see glimpses of my body in 8 square inch. Okay, so that's a bunch of shit. I can only see glimpses of my body in an 8-inch square mirror, never quite sure whether all my parts went together. There is glass all over these prisons. So when you're walking, you can see yourself in the glass, the full reflection of you. Yes, you can. And being that you don't have to worry about what color you're wearing, you could definitely see what you need to see. All your parts are there. So that's a crock of shit. Yes, they have one mirror that's basically over their sink that they can't mess with, but there is glass everywhere and you see reflection everywhere. If you want to see what you look like, it's there. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm missing some stuff here. I am missing some stuff here. I am. Is Holly Jolly behaving herself? Holly, you're doing it again. Of course, you can see yourself. Mama Wolf, I'm sorry about that, but I know I have friends that have missing teeth. Listen, half of my teeth are implants because I had a butt of a fishing rod hit me when my nephew by accident caught a barracuda, and he was really excited, and when he went to show me, he hit me with the butt of the fishing rod and knocked some teeth out of my mouth. I was eating a sub sandwich at the time. My day's going okay, Denise. I didn't buy the book. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you guys are actually going to let her read the book to you in that voice of hers. This is terrible. Okay, so let's continue on. In the warm light, my scars are less jarring than I found them to be in the past. Well, because you finally realized you had less scars. Or maybe time is softening the marks on my body. But sometimes it's what's not visible that hurts us most. That usually is what hurts us most. Gypsy Rose. That's, the memory of stuff is the thing that usually hurts us most because our body tends to heal faster than our emotions and our mind and stuff. Glad you know that now. For me, that's true, she says. For all of the trauma inflicted on my body since childhood, it's the scar that isn't there that always travels with me. The scar that otherwise would have been there if I hadn't asked Nick to unalive my mom. Let's get this straight. Hey, thank you guys. Wait, this is a big one. The scar that otherwise would have been there if I hadn't have asked Nick to unalive my mom. So she wants to take credit for the deed, but doesn't want Nick to get any of the credit for actually supposedly doing it. This is who Gypsy Rose is. Right here. This is who she is. The scar that otherwise would have been there if I hadn't asked Nick to unalive my mom. Hi, Opus Angel. Hey, Just Jen. Is that unbelievable? So she's taking credit for the hit, for ordering the hit. People really want to know, what was the final straw? When was the moment when I decided it was her or me? Oh my God. Here you go, y'all, on page 3. What? Seriously, this is a paragraph. People really want to know, what was the final straw? When was the moment when I decided it was her or me? Here you go, y'all, on page 3. 1 month before the unaliving, my mom tried to cut my throat. At least that's how I saw it. Did she come to you with rounded scissors and say, "Hey, can you please cut my hair, Gypsy?" Did she ask you to cut her toenails? And she just said, "Would you please help?" And she was maybe, I don't know, a foot away from your throat. Is that how you saw it? Was that your perception? Ay vey. Okay, let's try to continue onward. The cause of concern suddenly was my voice. It's so high pitched. It's so squeaky. My mom complained to my ear, nose, and throat specialist. Okay. The cause of concern suddenly was my voice. It's so high pitched. It's so squeaky. My mother complained to my ear, nose, and throat specialist. I thought my voice was distinct, like my uncommon name. It is. I agree with you there, Gypsy. Or maybe it was a family trait to be proud of. Who else spoke like that? We both knew women on my mom's side of the family with similar high pitched voices. I didn't hear any of them being interviewed. Besides, Nick said my childlike chirp was sexy. I'm sure Dan thought it was too, because he kind of liked that stuff. So I didn't understand the issue. And I told my mom so. Never in front of the doctors, of course. I knew better than that. But on the way home, I went on and on like, well, a squeaky wheel. So she was saying to her mom, "I like my voice, Mom, and so do the boys, Mom." Come on, man. I think she uses her voice to sound innocent. Absolutely. We know that, right? Because we've seen her use her voice like that. Even Ryan said, I thought it was cute. When she wanted something, she'd use that voice. So she knew. There's nothing wrong with my voice, I said with a whimper as she pushed me in the portable wheelchair to the parking lot where our car was parked outside the hospital in downtown Kansas City. So I'm trying to understand if she wanted you to act, like you said, mentally challenged and younger and with some issues, I would think she'd really like that high pitched voice. So that doesn't make any sense. Jip, jip. Makes no sense. Chips ahoy! You heard the doctor. That voice of yours might mean there's a problem with your larynx, and that problem could be causing your sleep apnea. She said her word final. No matter my sassing, we were going to go ahead and meet with the pulmonologist the ENT had just recommended, though we both knew very well I didn't have sleep apnea. I thought you didn't know anything until you were away from your mom. I really didn't think that you knew anything until you were away from your mom, Gypsy. You tell him, Amanda. Where's Amanda's channel? Let's go there. Holly Jolly. I'm trying to read the chats, guys. Well, this is you can't believe this book because it's lies. You know that, right? So I'm reading it because yeah, and her voice was definitely used as manipulation. Holly Jolly, there's no defense. Thank you so much. One ear up. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. And I'm messing with you guys in the chat. You know that. I don't yell at Holly Jolly. I don't yell at anybody. Well, all right, I do, but not at Holly Jolly or any of you guys. Sometimes I yell at not nice people. But everybody's really nice here. Okay, guys, let's continue on and stop interrupting me, please. Okay, well, so we didn't have everybody knows we didn't have sleep apnea. Okay. In fact, by this point, the entire ruse had been up between us for a while. I was 23 and had tried to run away twice. You failed. I'd powder with a BB gun. She chained me to the bed. I was getting older and much harder to control. The older I got, the more physical and harsher her punishments became. So the bigger you got and the bigger she got, she came down harder on you. She couldn't catch you. She was so unwell. You're so full of shit, Gypsy. And she chained you to the bed, but we still haven't been able to find the chain. She stopped letting me use my custom-made Jazzy HD power wheelchair because she couldn't control it. I sensed she was becoming more erratic, more desperate. Why wouldn't she let you use your jazzy little wheelchair? How come? That makes no sense. How come? Like she couldn't push you? Only now do I see how her back was against the wall. The lie of the life she had created could have gotten her thrown in jail. What about you, dumbass? I mean, you were an adult and you knew better. Oh my gosh. The lie of the life she had created could have gotten her thrown in jail on a list of the felony charges as long as the bayou. Her watchful eye grew keener as the possibility of me standing up or speaking out became more plausible. We had achieved an unspoken standoff. I knew she was lying, manipulative. I knew she was a lying, manipulative criminal. Gypsy found the mirror. She found the mirror and finally looked in it. She knew nobody would believe me. Well, if you stood up and said, "Look, I can walk," I think they'd believe you. If you said, "Hey, look at this ID," I think they'd believe you. Her carting me off in search of a new surgery, I believed was her attempt to secure control. When the pulmonologist spoke to my mom, it was as if I wasn't in the room. "Why don't we do an exploratory surgery on her larynx?" he suggested. "A simple operation of the voice box will get to the bottom of any respiratory or vocal abnormalities." What I heard was, "Let's cut Gypsy's throat for no reason at all." Well, if that's the way you're gonna play it, Gypsy Rose, you're just gonna hear shit that you wanna hear. You're a funny girl, Gypsy Rose. I can't believe that's funny. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's funny. I had previous surgeries on my neck and the scars brutalized me. I'd like to see the surgeries on your neck. But there was something about this particular surgery that felt more threatening than the others, even more so than all the other body parts that had been constantly searched, explored against my will without my consent. Well, you got to figure out either you were a child or you were an adult. And if you were an adult, you could have proved that. Can't have it both ways, Gyps Ahoy. All right. That sounds that sounds like it hurts. I don't want it. I don't want to do it. Tears didn't form, rage did. My mom put her arm around my shoulder and pressed me close, a signal to quiet down. That had been programmed long ago. What about all the people that physically saw you attack other people, Gypsy? And what about the people that have come out to say that you were physical to your mom, Gypsy, and just a really bad kid? What about that? Could there be a question and answer with Gypsy? Because I want to know. Oh, Sophia, thank you. Yes, I do sleep. Of course I sleep. um, it's simple, baby. It's painless. It will help, she said, side eyeing the doctor. Wink, wink. What I heard was, "I don't care what you want." How convenient for her. How convenient for her. I'm just saying, how convenient for her, Gypsy, to take the words that she thinks she hears and turns them into something else. The doctor assured me there was little risk. He kneeled down to my eye level and spoke slowly to me, like English wasn't my native language. Well, when you acted slow, eating the, what were they? The mashed potatoes, what kind of mashed potatoes again were they? Tell me, guys. Guys. The royal mashed potatoes. You did act like you were a little slow and stupid. I mean, you acted that way. If you were legitimately that way, I would say, you know, you did great, beautiful, all of that. But you didn't. You mocked slow people and you acted stupid, which even mocks them worse. The doctor assured me there was little, okay. Who could blame him? He thought I had the mind of a 7-year-old. Exactly. Except my trapped adult brain suddenly felt the urgency to avoid the surgery at all costs. Is that when you shouted and got out of your wheelchair and said, "I'm 23"? No. I've thought a lot about my heightened reaction in this very moment. The neck is considered the most vulnerable part of the human body, is it? Of course, I didn't make this connection while sitting in the doctor's office, but I do think we are wired to defend our most vulnerable parts. The muscles and blood vessels and nerves in the neck are easily strained and damaged. Gypsy the doctor here. The scars on my neck from previous surgeries, especially the one on my salivary glands, were so pronounced because the skin on the neck is very thin. What other surgeries? Hey, Trixie, what other surgeries? There were salivary glands. Oh my gosh, can we please see the scars? I hate to overdo the parallels, blame it on the therapy. What therapy? But so many of the medical manipulations and interventions that I went through concern the part of me that allows for expression and truth. She is always going to lie, and she just decided. How you doing, Trixie? She is always going to lie, and she just decided that that surgery. This is why, and we could blame the surgery. Okay, let's read it again. I hate to overdo the parallels, blame it on the therapy, which she never attended, but so many of the medical manipulations and interventions that I went through concern the part of me that allows for expression and truth. She muzzled my mouth shut at nighttime with a CPAP machine for my fake sleep apnea. I think when you were a child, you did have sleep apnea. You just grew out of this shit. It was so unpleasant to sleep that way. It felt like someone was taking a bicycle tire pump and forcing a ceaseless stream of air up my nose. Have you ever had a bicycle pump put up your nose? How do you know what that feels like? All right. She numbed my mouth with Oragel, so I drool and slur. She was responsible for my teeth falling out due to side effects of superfluous medications. Bullshit, that's not true. That was your That's not true. You had to get your teeth pulled because of the shit that you did. First of all, man, come on. Come on, man. This bullshit. By speaking for me and scripting my every interaction, she deprived me of finding my own voice. Now, the way I saw it, my literal voice, squeaky as it might be, could be taken from me, her final play. So your mom just wanted to shut you down, shut you up, and just take your voice from you literally, right? Come on, man. My mom and her pulmonologist scheduled the operation with the same casual enthusiasm of planning a teeth cleaning. Did you have those because you didn't have any teeth? I'm just wondering. Despite my recent awakening to the reality of my life, it was here when I truly feared the scope of her malice. This surgery was completely unnecessary. Exploratory, the doctor called it. She didn't even probably know what that word meant, to be honest with you. She probably really didn't. While all the other surgeries also had been unnecessary, this was the first occasion where I was privy to my mom's recklessness before the damage could be done. She's so full of shit, you know that. This is a book of fiction. Was this the plan for the rest of my life? To cut me up and open? To cut me up and open piece by piece, just because she could? She was making me play Russian roulette. She was making me play Russian roulette with scalpels instead of bullets. This is a horribly written book. If it wasn't the voice box surgery, the odds seemed to be increasingly in favor of me dying on one of the operating tables. Oh my gosh, this is like so insulting to people. Because it's a book of fiction. Mama, what if they cut me wrong and then I lose my voice and I can't talk? Gypsy says, I don't think she would have minded that at all. You know, the saddest bit of this, honestly, is that her mom adored her. Her mom worshiped her. Her mom lived for her and died for her. And look at this book of fiction that's made to make her mom look bad because of what she did to her mom. We ignored one another on the car ride home. I looked out the window, the world passing me by, More quickly now, hazier, she steered the wheel, radar like, navigating us back to the darkness of our house. When we entered the door, she went one way and I beelined to the blue medicine basin. Her pills weren't there. Waiting for her to cross the room, without words, I rolled into the bedroom, which was suffocated with stuff. Yeah, it was. Which was suffocated with stuff. Like, these are really bad words to be using. Like, suffocated with stuff. It was over. I mean, she was a hoarder. They were hoarders, but you might have felt suffocated in there. That's not the word I would have used, but whatever. I didn't have to rummage too far to find the pill bottle somewhere beneath a mess of clothes and kid costumes, hand-me-downs from well-meaning strangers. I shook 3 oxycodone into my mouth and swallowed them dry. Gypsy Rose, you know that your mouth is never dry. I was just another thing she hoarded. Oh, sorry. Drenched disillusion. I was just another thing she hoarded. Okay, so I shook 3 oxycodone into my mouth and swallowed them dry. Drenched in delusion and disillusion. I was just another thing she ordered. High and numb now, I craved the fantasy world Nick and I lived in. So I messaged him. Nick and his kink world of ghastly rules was my haven, where I could let him act out anger on me that I did not myself know how to express. I thought you just tried to unalive your mom with a BBGUN. What do you mean? Anger that you couldn't express. What do you mean? I you know, Nick didn't have a dark side to him. Nick was a naive guy. You know, I'm not saying that he was a saint, but he didn't have a dark side to him. So let me read that again. High and numb now, I craved the fantasy world Nick and I lived in. So I messaged him. Nick and his kink world of ghastly rules was my haven, where I could let him act out. Okay. Do you remember when you told me you'd protect me from people who want to hurt me? I asked Nick. Yes, darling. Will you still protect me? Yes, Nick answered. Even from my mother? Yes. Well, it's a good thing he said yes, huh? Otherwise, well, you would have just stayed on him for another 2 years. Guys, that's the first chapter. And I'm going to stop there because I do have to go to bed. But we'll talk a little bit. What do you guys think? What do you think, guys? What are we doing in the chat here? It was Gypsy's Kink World, I believe that. I seen Dr. Phil did a whole new reaction video on her recently. Cool. I want to see that video. Is there any way you can hit me up in my email, toddy1skip@gmail.com, and send me that link? Is there any way you could do that? Absolutely. Exactly, Cooper Crown or Copper Crown. Exactly. There's just some crazy, like, for her to, guys, can you, there's 250, 161. Can you guys, would you mind? Yeah, so I went through, guys. I want you. I read chapter 1. I'm gonna read chapter 2 tomorrow. We can do this. I do have to go to sleep, and I have to go to work tonight. But so I did read chapter 1. I just think that it's gonna be too much if I read chapter 2, just because I do stop. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, chapter 2's got a lot more to it than chapter 1 did, so yeah. I'm sorry. Is that all right? It is a book of lies, Amy Davis. Amy Davy. It is. She absolutely is. It belongs in fiction and it's insulting. It is so insulting. Thank you, Amanda. So you could get my books off of Amazon. You should be able to get them right off of Amazon. Morbid streaming now. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to sleep. But is there anything you wanted to talk about as far as what I read to you? Anything that might not have been clear? Anything, guys? Anything? Oh, she knew that the gun was a BB gun. Now she knew, but she didn't know before. Yeah, I like Case. Can I tell you that I really like Case? Has anybody seen the interview he did with Becca Scoops? Because I thought that was fascinating. I like Becca Scoops. You guys know that. And I really enjoyed learning more about her with the interview that Case did. If you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend that. Highly recommend that. And as always, check out Nina. There's those new channels that I told you about. Night Combos, KNIGHTCONVOS. Right? Morbid. Morbid always has great panel. I listen to him a lot when I'm at work. I know you guys know that. YouTube Streets, great. Really, really good. Millennial, absolutely. I love Millennial. Um, Trixie Lane. Trixie Lane. And the girl in the bayou, the girl that's right there. Is Ivy? Is it Ivy Rose? And she's been going through some shit. Hey, Scottish Girl 66. There's so many great content creators. Ivy Rose Grows. There you go. Ivy Rose. Yep. Trixie Lane. Excellent. There you go. Millennial, 1980 Millennial. Guys, there's so much. Of course, Jumpsuit Pablo. He's not new. Jumpsuit Pablo, absolutely. JD Delay, I was watching one of his videos. We're gonna talk about I got a video going on tonight with what JD was talking about. Um Thank you, man. Thank you, Trixie. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, guys. Nadatha, that's right. Nadatha, Conspiracy, absolutely. Radiant Brit. There's so many good people. Hello, Starlight. There's so many good people. I like Apple Charlotte, Silnat. There's so many good people. Renelle Smith. She is somebody that I really look up to. I really, really think that she is. Of course, we already said Nina. Nina's it. Angel Baby. Yep. I don't know web sleuths. I'm not familiar with them. Are you gonna call yourself Skippies? Okay. That's cool, man. Thank you so much. Yep, Becca, absolutely, guys. All right, guys. So we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll figure out what time works for tomorrow. Aerolink, yeah, there's so many good channels, guys. There really is. There really is. And the newer channels, I give them so much credit. They're doing so good. And I thank you guys. All right, guys. So I'll see you. Well, I'm gonna put some videos out. You should wake up to them in the morning or late. And we'll do this again. We'll do chapter 2. All right. Thank you, Sophia. Guys, thank you. And thank you for all of your support. Thank you guys for all of the support. I don't know how to say thank you any better than how much I appreciate it. So thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same channel. Does this time work for everybody? Yeah? All right. Okay, guys. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Thank you.